V Rising. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Awaken as a vampire. Hunt for blood in nearby settlements to regain your strength and evade the scorching sun to survive. Raise your castle and thrive in an ever-changing open world full of mystery. Gain allies online and conquer the land of the living. Yes guys, I've done 2 videos on this, but it's now finally come out of early access and it's the full 1.0 release. I've been lucky enough to get a beta key, albeit it got muddled up and I got mine very late, so I haven't been able to play through the whole game again, but I did set my level higher than what I was the last time. I have done over 80 hours in this game, so I do know my way around. And I just wanted to see the changes since the last time I did a video, which was over a year ago. So if you want a very in-depth review, you can watch my first review because it kind of is exactly the same game, albeit they've made the UI so much better and they have made a few changes, which I'm going to talk a little bit about now. But before we do all that, let's go over what you actually do in this game. You literally dominate the land. You dominate the people of this land. You will take the resources of this land and you will give nothing back. You will go into settlements and you will just find all the people living in peace and you will just desecrate their lives. You will take everything from them and give nothing back. You will take their blood, their very life essence, guys. You will take them to be your servants. And I'm not talking about the Scottish National Party, guys. You're a vampire, guys, essentially. You are a vampire. And you hate humanity. And you want to crush it. And this whole land is a living, breathing world. It's a totally open world. You can go anywhere you want on this map. And you will find people just living in bliss and harmony. You will find patrols on the roads. You'll find wolves and bears and all manner of monsters, werewolves, all kinds of shit, just going about their business. And as these people run into each other, they will fight each other. There's a whole thing going on here. You will often come across people fighting on the road and stuff like that. It's great. And what you have to do, guys, as you have awoken from a slumber of being slumbered for a long time, you start out and you have to chop a few trees, smash a few rocks, and build your humble little abode, which will eventually grow into this huge vampiric castle. And in that castle, you will fill it with all kinds of machines that will allow you to craft better gear, better things for your castle. Cages for the humans. And of course, your coffin, where you and your buddies will arise. Now, the secret to this game is getting abilities, powers and abilities, and most of them are magical. You do have melee weapons and melee attacks, and you can forge armor with stats and better weapons, maces, swords, daggers, axes, scythes, crossbows, all kinds of shit. But your real power comes from the dark side. It comes from the spells that you get. And you get spells differently now in version 1. In the old version of this, in the early access version, when you killed a boss, somebody who has V blood, you would be given an ability. So you weren't really given a choice of what that ability was. It's just, he will give you that ability. Boom. Now you get ability points. And they'll be for the different types of damage that you've got. You've got Unholy, you've got Frost, you've got Lightning, you've got Fire. All different types of stuff in a brand new UI, which is so much better. So when you kill a boss, you might be given lightning. Well, you'll not be given a lightning because that's kind of the end kind of powers. But you will be given, let's say, a frost power. So you can put that in any of the frost spells that's currently unlocked for your level because everything's leveled in this. And your leveling is through your gear, essentially. You will unlock abilities to craft better gear as you take down the higher level bosses. And there are tons of bosses with all kinds of abilities. Some of them are really tough and you have to use your noggin to actually defeat them. And they're scattered around the map doing their shit. They're doing their shit. Someone might be a boss of a mine forum, and he's out in the mine there just minding his own business. And you've got to fight your way into the mine and find the boss, kill him, suck on his neck, get that V blood, and you will unlock the shit that comes with that. Which is great. It's a great progression level. You'll take that back to your castle and then you'll craft the new machines which might unlock new rooms for you in the castle. You build your castle up higher. You become more and more powerful. That's the way the progression goes. Now, this is in PvE. I haven't played it PvP, but in PvP, you can have this where you can fight other vampires as well as being in the big open world. Guys, this game is fucking awesome, unlike Ireland's Eurovision Song Contest entry, which is filth. Another great thing about this game is when you're traversing the actual roads. You have a clock which tells you the time of day that it is. And at night, it's fine. Travelling around at night as a vampire is cool. But during the day, guys, the sun is out, unless you live in the UK. And that sun, it burns us, guys. It burns. So you have to seek shade all the time you're running around the road, because if that sun starts to, shine on you, it will burn you like a magnifying glass. It will kill you. You take serious damage from the sun, which is great. It's so good when you've just done a boss fight and you come outside and you're trying to escape and it's daytime and you've got mobs everywhere and the sun is shining. It's great. Not if you're a vampire, though. Now, the new version 1 comes with some new biomes, guys. We have this misty woods place where it blots your map out. You can't see a fucking thing. You just go around there. You don't know where you are, guys. You're almost like Joe Biden going around. And there's other new places that you can see in this video as I ride through them that weren't in the actual first build that I played. So it's been quite exciting finding all these new places, but essentially the game is the same. The game hasn't changed that much apart from the way you now level up with your spells and your progressions. There's a few other quality of life things and a few other little changes as well that's been added, but essentially the game is way better. The new UI is fantastic. There's still frame drops, which is a shame that you get now and then. It's not game breaking by any means, but there are a few frame drops that you will get on this, depending on your machine spec, I would imagine. But overall, guys, they haven't broken the game from early access to release. They've made it way, way better. This is a potential game of the year. It's fantastic, hence the amount of hours I've put into it, which is a lot for me, considering I have to move on from one game to another so fast. But this is definitely worth buying. It's a bit Diablo-y, but it's really good co-op, really good open world. Tons and tons of weapons and armor to craft and spells to get, machines to craft. You can piss about with your castle and get it looking awesome. It's just a really, really good game. So there you go, guys. V Rising, now out. Brilliant, brilliant game.